Hey guys, welcome back to Hollywood Hero. I'm your host Corey Robinson, and today we'll be reviewing the new 2025 film The Amateur. So, The Amateur is a 2025 film that stars Remy Malek as the main character, Rachel Brosnahan from The Marvelous Miss Maisel, and she's going to be the new Lois Lane in Superman as his wife, Lawrence Fishburne as the CIA operative, and who are we missing? John Bernthal as another CIA agent. So the story centers around Remy Malek's character. He's basically, I believe, a genius. They talk about his IQ level, but he's like a data analyst for the CIA, and his wife goes on a trip to London, and spoiler, it's in the trailer, it's not really a spoiler, but his wife is killed, and Remy Malek wants the CIA to help find the killers, and they kind of walk the red tape line, and they don't necessarily do it the way he wants to, so he asks them, to train him in order to go after their killers. So Remy Malek then meets Lawrence Fishburne, and they kind of go through basic training, and we kind of learn that Remy Malek isn't a killer in the same way that John Wick and Novocaine and the movie Nobody, how they, the call to action occurs and someone's killed or something happens, and then they just go murder and kill everyone. That's not the case here with The Amateur. What I like about this movie is that it's very different from your John Wicks, from your Novocaines, from your Nobodies, from any of those other, action hero movies. Remy Malek is great. He always plays the weirdo, kind of, the guy who's a little bit different extremely well. He's got great chemistry with Lawrence Fishburne. But what stands out about this movie, besides the cinematography, is the fact that Remy Malek, he kills people without pulling the trigger, without beating them to a pulp with his fist. He uses his brain in order to kill people. He always shows that he's the smartest guy in the room in any situation, which is kind of a nice, breath of fresh air. One of the things I didn't like about this movie is it's a little slow off the rip. When his wife dies, there's a lot of just lingering around, kind of, sad sacking. And I get it. Listen, you lose your wife, I couldn't even imagine. But it's a film, and we only have an hour and a half to 2 hours usually to get through this. So I don't really need to see him just sitting around the house and kind of lingering. The person I was with, she really enjoyed it too. We were both sitting there enjoying it, but she did fall asleep towards the end. So I don't know if this slow beginning played a part in that. You'll have to ask her. But time for the score. So, like I said, me and the person I was with, we both really enjoyed this film. I'm probably going to lean with a 4.1 out of 5 stars for this one. Like I said, very enjoyable, good story. A little slow out of the gate. Some of the dialogue was a little bit but outside of that, those nitpicks, it's a very enjoyable film. Remy Malek's great. The action is really cool, very different. His chemistry with Lawrence Fishburne is great. The only thing I didn't understand is if you're going to get John Bernthal, the Punisher, who's in a ton of movies, he's an action star, he's only in it for like 2 or 3 scenes. Like, it seemed like a waste of John Bernthal's talent. Like, if you're gonna get him, like, use him, but outside of that, Rachel Brosnahan was fantastic. She's great in everything. As the wife, you see flashbacks of her, and you see the chemistry that she has with Remy Malek, and it's very good. And like I said, a very enjoyable movie. But have you seen The Amateur? What'd you think? Give me your score in the comments. Make sure you please like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Have a good one.